Hey guys, JC Smith here. Finally, my second set of jack stands has showed up. I ordered these a long time ago, and the first set came like right away. And this set, for whatever reason, took forever. Much like the guy trying to tear that crap off. Let's get us a knife. So, I ordered these way back in June, I think it was. And they've just now showed up. And these, if you're don't know what they are another set of those 10-ton jack stands that I use on the trucks. Yeah, I probably could have built something just as nice. Alright, let me get these out. Okay, so there they are. You can see, I believe it's 28.5 inches to the top of that and 48.5 to the top of that. Does that sound right? Maybe I ought to get a tape measure. I know it's 48.5 to the top of here because it's over 4 feet tall. May not be quite that. Maybe it's 28.5 collapsed. I'm not sure. But that makes, I have 4 of those now, and that was my intention. But quite honestly, I think I'd like to have a couple more, because I got a 30-foot deck over trailer project to work on that could use 2 in the end, 2 in the middle, and 2 on the other end. So maybe we'll pick up a couple more of them. We'll see. There it goes.
Yep,
the truck cab's gone off the F-250 project, so now we're committed. You know, now we gotta put the other body on the old F-250. That's alright. That's just the motivation we need, isn't it?
I don't know.
But this is why we can't get anything done on the shop.
Yeah.
It's my wife hooking this up for me, and she will be so mad that I'm gonna video her in her work jacket with a hoodie on. She'll give me a look. There it is. Absolutely priceless. So anyways, today what we're doing is we're moving stuff around, making room, cleaning stuff up. I really need to move stuff and make room. I got some plans, man. And a lot of this stuff is in the way. Okay, so I came in the shop and I was gonna get ready to do some work, and I plugged some stuff in. You know, most of the stuff is just like, this is a radio, this is a battery charger, you know, this is another battery charger, and this is I forget what cord that's going to. But anyways, I went to go plug something in on this bottom circuit. These are on the same phase here, and they didn't work. Had no power. So I, of course, checked the breaker, got inside, checked the main breaker. It was fine, or it wasn't tripped is what I mean. But I only had 110 coming in. I was missing a phase. One of the phases coming in here, because you have 2. In order to make 220, you have a first phase and a second phase plus the neutral. And you got to have 120 and 120 in each phase in order to have 220. So I came out here, went to the house in the basement and checked the fuse panel down there, and of course this house is older than the hills. We think it was, the best we can tell with talking to people, we think it was built in 1856. Of course in 1856 it didn't have electric, but so this electric's in bad shape. And what I found was I had the lights on the shop and it was kind of dark out, and as the wind blew it would blow a little bit, lights would go out. It stopped blowing. I could see coming out of the door of the shop, which you guys can't see that, but out of the door of the shop you can see the lights come on, lights go off. So I got a ladder up here and looked, and basically what it is the crimps that the power company put up there are uninsulated for one, which is bizarre because they usually don't do that. And the second thing is they are number 2 wire coming across from the power company and number 2 coming into the house, but the crimp has number 2 on one side and 2/0 on the other side. When if you don't know anything about wire sizes, number 2 and 2/0 are quite a bit different, 2/0 being much larger, and they just crimped it. And when I got up there, I grabbed a hold of it, which I'm telling you, don't ever do this. And what I found was it was arcing inside where it was loose. And not only that, there should have been a drip loop, like from that weatherhead up here to where it ties on to the power company. That wire should come down. I like to have about a 3-foot drip loop, so the water comes in, it doesn't go down the pole into your meter socket. And what I also found was the neutral coming across, they've got a crimp on it, and whoever crimped that, it's the same thing. It's a number 2 to 2/0, and it's loose also, and it's been arcing. So I'm gonna have to take care of that. But you know, the hits just keep on coming. It's you know, I went to my property in Pennsylvania yesterday and got it all winterized and got everything drained out and all that stuff, and now we gotta head to West Virginia tomorrow. We gotta go down and winterize that property, so nothing freezes down there, and then I gotta come back and take care of this. So if you wonder why I'm not making any progress on the shop, one, it's me. I'm just haven't been up to doing it, and 2 is you know, life's getting in the way. Okay guys, so today basically we spent the day moving stuff around. We're getting things ready for winter, and it's not just getting the properties ready, it's like moving things around so that I can get to the things I want to get to, and the things that I know I have no intentions of getting to work on, we kind of put them kind of to the back of the line. So this is one that I'm hoping to get to this winter. This is a 2007 International crew cab. This thing is gonna, well, all my plans are written in sand, but the idea for this truck is to remove the tanks, move the battery box, put aluminum tanks here, Western hauler bed, air ride suspension, aluminum wheels front and rear, nice chrome drop front bumper, new leather seats front and our driver and passenger, and a folding electric seat for the rear, and air ride suspension if I didn't say that already. And there's a few other little things. I've got a Western hauler bed for that, and the air ride suspension, of course. It's an air brake truck. I don't know what this badging is. That's not correct. It's a 4300 DT 466. So I don't know if maybe the door had been changed, maybe alongside down the line. The truck's only got 120 on it, so I don't know. You never can tell though. But then we kind of move the other stuff down the line. You know, this is the box truck I just got. This is a 2007 also, International 4300. This one's got an Allison. It's a DT 466 and an Allison 2200, 24-foot box truck. That'll be one project. This one is a 2008. It's a extended cab. I guess I can go to the other side and get a better look at that, huh? See if we can get us a little better image of that side there. Yeah. And this is a wrecker bed that I took off of a truck that we had. This was obviously made by the guy that owned the truck. you remove this. I remember, if I remember correctly, he told me he took this, what guys around here call a bang bar. Took that off a Holmes 750 wrecker, I want to say, and then kind of built a flatbed wrecker to haul medium duty trucks or class 8s, just the truck itself from the rear. The truck itself was too short. It was a, oh geez, I think it was an 84 cab to axle, and the problem I had with the truck was, you can see where the tires were, because here's the mud flaps. Okay, the wheels were centered right about here, and there was not a lot of space from the back of the cab to the back of the wheels. It was just, the truck was too short. It was a GMC C7500, had a 3126 cat, air brakes, and it had a, geez, I think it was a 6-speed manual transmission. But now this unit is all, geez, drawing a blank here. It has its own electric over hydraulic pump. I know what I'm trying to tell you, but I just can't remember. It's been a long day. Well, I didn't want the truck. It was too short. I didn't like the truck. I'm not a big fan of the C7500s that year anyways. I think it was a 2000, 2002 maybe. So I didn't want the truck. A local farmer wanted it to haul logs with, believe it or not. He wanted to put a fifth wheel on it, pull a trailer, and haul logs. But he didn't want this bed, so I took the bed off, and I hung on to it. And that's been, I don't know, 3 years at least now. So I hung on to it thinking that, you know, maybe someday I'll find a use for it or have a use for it. I don't know. I may not. I've hauled quite a few trucks with this thing, believe it or not. At one time, I had it set up underneath with a kingpin where it would snap into a fifth wheel, and I had 2 receivers welded to the back underneath the frame that would snap into the truck, and it had like an approach to the receiver, and then it was like a pin, so when you came close to the receiver, if you were off, it would guide you in, and it locked it in. And then there was 2 stands on the front with snap binders, so you could always make sure. Actually, I think they were ratchet binders, but anyways, I had it on that truck for a long time, and then that truck started getting old and crusty, and you know, it was time for it to go, so we just put this off to the side. And you know, I got some things I've been contemplating, so that thing may come into play here before too long. I don't know. We'll see. You never can tell. I mean, like I said, everything I have, all my plans are written in the sand. So then I put the other trucks down here in a row, in a line. I put them in order of importance. The most interesting to the least interesting. This is a 13 F550, not to be confused with the other 13 F550. This one's full drive also. It is 6.7 diesel automatic. Yeah, fairly nice truck, I guess. We all know what that is, 77 F250. Down behind that, with just the dually bed, is the F250 dually project I did. Down below that is a 2011 or 2012 F350 extended cab. That's going to be a while. I don't have time to mess with that. So I put them in order, and oh yeah, there's a better picture of that extended cab. And then I took a few trucks down here so that I moved some trucks down here. Well, one truck and my son's Jeep down here out of our way. It's this is the 2013 F550 me and Brandon we were working on until I got kind of sidetracked looking for the wiring harness. I'll get back on that. And the reason I brought it down here is so it doesn't get bumped or scratched or dented or whatever. And this is my son's, I don't know what else you call it, but a playtime Jeep. He takes it up to this local park, and he got it from a younger guy, and my son cut out the wheel wells, and he's building this plate for the front of it to put a winch on. Somebody gave him this thing here, that horn, but just something he likes to play with a little bit here and there. But you know, no shortage of projects, that's for sure. I'd like to get this truck done. Even if I don't drive it, at least it can be done and be sold, and you know, I could reinvest the money in something else. I don't need all this stuff, and it's just sitting around, so it's really time to thin the herd. But yeah, that's the majority of the day. That's the one I'd really like to get on, doing that one. But you know, it all takes time. It all takes time. And then I don't know, we'll see what happens. But I've been waiting to do this one for a while. I really want to do this truck, because as soon as this one's done, the C4500s I have are leaving. I'm going to put them up for sale and get rid of them. I'd be much happier with this than I would those Isuzu Max V8 diesels. So that's kind of the plan. Plus we got some other things in the works. It looks like, well, I'll leave that alone. You know, there's no sense in talking about something I'm not certain about yet, but we got some things we're talking about and making some changes, so who knows? You never can tell. But I'm going to leave you at that, guys. This is just a bunch of clips of what we've been doing here in the last day or so. So we will catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys.